job, I thought. I don't need any of that. And I gotta tell you, I didn't go through a point of depression. I would literally sit there and smile, and tears would stream down. Tears would stream down so often on my face that my face burned to the touch. My daughter would look at me and she'd say, "What's wrong?" And I wouldn't look like I was crying. I was just crying. And I go, "Nothing, actually." Because in my heart of all hearts, I knew nothing was wrong. Everything happened the way it needed to get me to my next place. I just didn't know where that next place was yet. My soul cried. My soul cried. And then I finally got through the crying. I had to let my soul cry. I had to let my body cry. I had to let everything embrace it and forgive it and be okay with it. I didn't really let it go yet. Well, I mean, I have now. But at that point, I just had to embrace it. And then, finally, I let it all go. And when I let it all go, some amazing things happened. So, I guess the biggest part about this is I want you to know that I am just like you. I am flesh, I am blood, I am spirit. I make mistakes, I have tears, I don't always live right, I don't always make the right decisions, but I'm just like you. I know that life has a bigger purpose than just what I'm going through. In fact, I started thinking in much larger terms. I don't think our life is meant to be lived for ourselves. I think that we're supposed to find our joy, that our parents that we incarnated into gives us all the possibilities of what we're supposed to become. But the truth is, our joy, we are just to move forward to our joy. Our emotions are a setting point. It's like a dial on a radio. It's like every time you think a thought, you send out a rocket desire. I think a thought, a rocket desire. I think a thought, a rocket desire. If I'm in fear, rockets of desire. No matter what my thought is, my subconscious, if it's full of fear, it's going to be sending out more rockets of desire to fear than that one pretty thought. So, the reason I want to share with you is because I know what it's like to lose everything. I know what it's like, and honestly, I know what it's like to be abused. I know what it's like to self-abuse. I know what it's like to hate parts of myself, no matter how cool I thought I was, which I never thought I was. I was shy, I was scared. It's okay to go through times that you're not perfect, because life is a living experience of progression. We're here as a whole kind of to etch the legacy into humanity. Do you know, I really believe there's layers, okay? There are layers. It's not just where I vibrate, it's who were my ancestors? Whose shoulders are you standing on? Whose shoulders am I standing on? I have an ancestor that had nothing and built a home out of all the wood he could find and had a dirt floor. Why? Because he had a desire to have a home, and it didn't matter that it wasn't perfect and it wasn't huge. But he got that home. I'm standing on those shoulders. I'm standing on the shoulders of my grandmother who went through the Depression, who, when I was growing up, I'd come home and there's all these cans of soup, all these tons of cans whenever there was a sale. And I'd just look at them and go, "Mom, I don't even like soup." And my mom would go, "Your grandma lived in the Depression. Whenever there's a sale, she's going to stock up on stuff." I'm like, okay. Now I see it. I'm standing on the shoulders of my ancestors who had way less than I had. I am not meant to live life alone. You are not meant to live life alone. We are meant to ooze and move forward with a tenacity that means I can do anything. We are one mere thread in the fabric that covers Earth. And all is the thick fabric because our ancestors are beneath us. We're standing on the shoulders of everyone. Who are you standing on the shoulders of? What legacy are you a part of? Now, I know I'm part of the human legacy, the world village. We're all working in this together. So, the way I came out of this was realizing my life is not just lived for me, it's lived for humanity. I can't be selfish. I'll always be happy if I choose, and I can always change my stars. And my daughter can always change her stars. I'm actually extremely happily married at this point. In fact, the coolest part about this, during the whole demise and losing everything, I had actually met my husband-to-be. We were dating, but he had a situation where he had to be away for a little while. And it ended up being about 6 months. And during that 6 months is when I lost everything, and I was alone with my daughter, loving life with her and hating my circumstances. You can't love life, love your daughter, and yet hate something in your life. So after I was doing everything to accept what I did and get through this, it was time for him to come back. And he was at a point of change. I was at a point of change. We moved out of my mom's. We have an amazing family now, his daughter, my daughter. We have 4 businesses, 3 businesses. We have many businesses. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm back on track for everything that I've ever known. I am back on track for everything I never knew I wanted. It's the way it happens. It's not necessarily A, but plan B or C or D. But I will tell you that I'm here to share with you to be bold, to be fierce, and find your authentic empowerment. And because I've done so many healing techniques for myself, that's actually what I want to share with you. All those healing techniques. I can help you change your mindset. I can help you move and groove. I can share with you so many cool things. I have a Facebook group. It's called, guess what? Be bold, be fierce, be you. I'm actually publishing a book under the same thing. And join the Facebook group. If there's anything you want to get rid of, I will freely help you in there. It's an amazing tribe. It'll be a tribe of people that all just want to be happy, joyous, and free, like we're supposed to be. So just know that the level of happiness that I live today, it's built on the shoulders of pain and suffering, but not on purpose. I forgot who I was. When life started coming at me, I felt victim. But the truth is, I allowed myself to give my power away, and I wallowed in it. But I gained some beautiful things. I was humbled in a way I had never been humbled. Everything came so easily until that moment. I didn't need an easy life. I needed a rich life. I didn't need an easy life. I needed to know that I create everything. And you can too. So this whole experience of this podcast, this radio show, I'm going to bring on amazing people and have deep-centered, heart-centered conversations. I'm going to have heart-centered conversations, not just to show you what I went through, but I want to show you that we're not alone. If you're listening to me, that means you must want more of something, more of your life, more of love, more creativity. Maybe you forgot a bit of who you are. Please, let's have fun and remember who we are and learn how to create daily rituals to bring into your life whatever you desire. But join with me every week while I bring to you conversations of healing, hope, experience, strength, and fun. So blessings to you. Oh, and just know that If I can move myself from addiction to recovery, from codependent to interdependent, from a violent relationship to free of it, from destruction in the worst way in finances to living a life of comfort, you can too. And I want to join with you. So namaste. And I guess now must go.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day.
Coach on Fire Radio.